and welcome back to Silksong! Let's get right in here. We're at the first shrine, apparently. I think I was finished doing some questing last time, but I haven't played in another week, so I'm gonna have to remember what all I was doing. First things first, I'm gonna make sure I have everything equipped that I want to have, and nothing that I don't. Well, it looks like I... So we did finish the silk spool last time, and it looks like I think we might have one last mask fragment to collect before we fill this out. Already got all three silk hearts, and then I believe we have our last weapon upgrade in reserve, so if we happen to want to use it. But typically I don't like to use it, as I've mentioned before. Just to keep things interesting. We did have this scuttle brace. We're still rocking the dice. Now I do have a few places in my notes here. Let's see what's all going on the quest board. Literally nothing. Okay. Hello. Okay, we can buy some other tools and so forth, but nothing else. Really, let's open the map here and take a look, because we're in a weird spot in the game right now where we don't really have anything to do. We know that there's like this place here, the organ, that may lead to other places, but I do have a few spots, like in the Sinner's Road. I didn't want to come up. I think it's in this vertical shaft right here. There was one spot that goes off to the right that I missed the first time. I just wasn't paying close enough attention. If you remember earlier in the series, the first time I went through the Sinner's Road, I was having such a hard time of it that I didn't really have the mind. I was just looking for a bench, and that's why when I went down this shaft, I was just looking for any exit that I could find, and until we eventually got to this bench, or broke through. So we'll be looking to go back there, and then I'll want to find the Cogwork Knight in the Citadel. And as well, we do have a few more delivery quests we could take up in Bellheart, and just see if they're, evergreen, or if they do have some finality to them. So I think if I'm near a station, I'm going to head to Bellheart first, and we'll see what's going on over there. And here we are at Bellheart station. Okay, first things first, I did respec a little bit, so I noticed I got this Wreath of Purity from somewhere. Forgot where, honestly, but I haven't really tried it yet. Apparently it repels muck maggots. I think I got this in the last episode, so don't know exactly what that's going to do for us, but I'm sure I'm going to see some odd particle effects at some point and be completely confused. And then I equipped the polyp pouch again, just because I didn't really equip it with every single offensive tool. So while we're rocking the long pin, because we do still have to farm up some of those organs, let's see what effect that has. And then I figured Silk Spear could also be a piercing effect, so maybe that'll get us a few more organs of the type we're looking for. And then I did equip the injector band in place of the warding bell, just because I don't think I've really used this all that much. Apparently it increases the speed of binding, so if we don't have any protection, at least we might be able to just get away with healing scot-free. And then this is what I wanted to check out here. So we don't have any more quests to Fleetopia anymore, but these two still remain, and it seems like they're going to remain until until I get tired of doing until I give up and do something else. So I don't know if they can be depleted, but I might just do that off camera a few times and see. But the main thing here at Bellheart is to check my home, because we did have this materium, or materia, whatever it was called. Ooh, assemble materium. Let's do it. Whoa, dude. What's going on here? It's a completely new menu. So I guess this is sort of like a codex for materials that we've encountered across the game. Maybe ones that we've seen, and not necessarily all of the materials in the game. That's interesting. I never would have guessed there would be something like this. Obviously, I'm not going to read all of these right now, but all of them are new. It's like a little snake mini game. I'm just clearing out the dots here. Beads carved from various materials, used as a measure of faith and traded as currency. Each is etched with a fine pattern design. So, I mean, I flashed the descriptions on screen at least once for each of them, so I think that's good enough. Let's just sit here while the fancy strikes. Ooh, I can dash. That's cool. So I guess, is that out of my inventory now? Yep, sure is. So we can sell these to Scrounge, so let's go ahead and do that while we're here. Scrounge, of course, the character that does the most damage to my vocal cords. Yeah, but good thing they don't have any new dialogue. Here we go. Ooh, that's a good bit. We could spend that on Jubilana. Weaver effigy. Carving of Atla, weaver of time, a prayer is etched upon it. By grace of your example and our history held full in mind, our song is yours. As your name is sacred, weaver Atla, may you be praised eternal. And choral commandment, last edict of the conductors, and lo, is eternity sustained. By architect's claw, we welcome that final form of dial and rotor, and soul gladly given. The perfect, unfaltering voice. And of course, it's never enough for this guy. Or girl. I don't know. Who could say? But that's all I think that was all I could do here. Unless Chakra has something. I'm sure she's gonna have infinity quests. Nope. Just kidding. Alright, well, let's see how Pavo's doing. Alright, good. I mean, good enough for... Oh! Frey's sleeping on the job? That's right, we do still have things we could buy from her. But I don't want to buy any of these, looks like they're secondary quest items. So... alright. That's fine and everything. I think I'll take my time reading those Materium descriptions. But I'll pause here, and then I'll unpause when I'm at the next quest point. And we're back! Okay, so I unpaused here because I noticed that on my way to Sinner's Road, which is, you know, the closest station to that is in Greymoor, so it's quite a trek. But as I was walking through... I noticed that I haven't really explored this particular section of this room, even though it was, you know, explored on the map. But, you know, I came down here, and I took a look. This is the room we popped in from the first time we came here, up the shaft, but we never were quite able to reach this spot here, and I never really paid enough attention to come back. But there is indeed an upper area with enemies. So I thought this room was completely barren, with no combat or anything, but as it were, we still have annoying enemies to deal with here. Man, I still can't get the timing for them. I will say it's going to be very interesting when time comes for me to do Steel Silk mode. We'll see if, you know... there's gonna be any chance in hell that I can do that. Yeah, so, I mean, I guess I never went up this path. There shouldn't really be anything too different here. Yeah. So I did open this, section. Oop. I just never bothered to go that particular route. Weird. But I guess now that we're here, we might as well just keep on going up. And it will be interesting to see if Sinner's Road is gonna be different in terms of difficulty. Nope. With this double jump, I really don't have anything to worry about. I can fly too. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure Styx is over here. Oh my god. A slave must feed his mistress. Morsels I will grow. That's 2 silk eaters right there, boy. So while we're at it, why don't we just take a seat? Well, actually, I should grab the silk eater and then take a seat, because that saves. Only 2? How disappointing. No, maybe we can make him sing. I don't think I've tried that. The precious sweet life, the weak must serve. Seek and hide. The strong provide. Old laws, fresh wounds. Our nest, our haven. Alright, you can stop. That's enough! Alright, so, I think we did have an exit out the left side here. And it's back into Roach Country. For me. Thankfully that is a stable platform. But, they do seem to be sleeping. I don't want to necessarily wake them up. Can't actually remember if they were sleeping the first time I came through here. But, we will find very quickly. There is something I missed. Right here, I believe. Well, no. Not quite. Oh! Yeah, this was just where the flea was. It was a little bit higher up. There it is. So I guess the, I'm sure I must have seen that the first time. I just didn't know how to get there. But I neglected to, try going up and around. Yeah, the shell shards don't really matter right now. Nothing here, nothing there. You know, a keen eye would be needed, though, to notice there was a secret area over here. Well, so, before I go in there, though, I just want to make sure. Okay, I was gonna do this for the dead body here, but accidentally caught the mite. Okay. So I guess you can temporarily stun enemies. What the heck? Hello? Bile water. Ooh, they did mention something about the Bile Lands, didn't they? So I was actually, because I did see this secret area in a playthrough that I was watching, and so, yeah, I guess I would have completely slipped my mind to come back here. Because it wasn't even on my radar to come back here, and it was so out of the way, so I guess I'm glad that I came across that little piece of info. So, as it just so happens, this is how we get underneath the putrefied ducts, and who knows, man, the possibilities for exploration, man, I'll tell you, they're endless. But so far it's seeming just like the environment, anyway, is seeming just like the, oh! Okay, the magnetite brooch helping me out there. Just like the, Sinner's Road. So we still gotta worry about these maggot-infested waters. Oh my god! That's quite the trap. Very hardy. I think that's a physics-based trap, too. Which is interesting. There could be something underneath here. I'm just gonna go for it. What the hell? I'm not infested? You know why? I'll tell you why. Because I'm wearing the wreath. The Wreath of Purity. Okay, so this is like Isma's tier, basically, except instead of damaging you, it causes a status effect. So, hey, perfect time to have just decided to equip that tool, huh? The hell are you? I'll tell you what you're not, and that's alive. A swamp squid. Plentiful pest with a sharp proboscis and a belly full of bile. Defeat 29 more. Okay, I guess we're gonna be here for a while then. And man, does it feel so good to just be able to jump in here willy-nilly and just explore. I don't see that trap there. Oh my god, okay, well, you know, as much as I can see the trap trigger, if I don't know where it's coming from, then there's there's still danger. And it's nice that the water doesn't actually destroy the rosaries, because a lot of other environmental hazards do. Like if they fall on spikes or whatever. I just want to know, can I jump off of these? Or, all right, because I'm sure that's going to be relevant later. I can almost bet the farm on that. Okay, not too threatening. I mean, nothing compared to the putrefied duct so far. All the damage I've been taking is purely my own... Oh my god. Is purely my own neglect. I think the Wraith of Purity ran out. Oh, we only get a limited amount of time. Hold on. So I definitely want to purge that while I'm while I'm able to. Yep. And why would that ever... Okay, that's, I mean, I guess that's how they get you. Ooh. We got some sort of like chain explosion, chain effect. Chain reaction, there we go. What are you? A myrmite. Crawling insect with a sizzling bile sac in its abdomen. And 19 more. I guess the least, or the less threatening they are, the more that they ask you to defeat them. That, you know, that makes sense. But these guys do respawn from somewhere. It's almost like in the old days where they thought maggots just materialized out of ether. That's almost like what's going on there. What the? Oh my god! No! There's hardly any room to maneuver. I think they are doing two damage. Which is why I was getting... Oh! Getting so hurt there. Okay. Man, what luck, though, to have just hit the exact part of the ceiling that released the trap. Okay, probably a friend, if I had to bet. Probably not dangerous at all. How about this? By now I can tell which platforms are stable and which aren't. Okay, that sudden backdash, that's what I really can't reliably... Oh my god! And the speed of binding actually, Oh, okay. Just trying to... The speed of binding actually working out. Now this foreground element here is probably one of the more annoying ones that I've seen in the game. That feels good. Okay, we're just gonna see what's going on over here. Nothing to it. Might as well just embrace the maggot life. Ooh. It's another weave nest. I'm sure there's gonna be a bench. There has to be, right? I think there's been one at every weave nest. Merglin. Give me a silk. I'm a bully. I think that's the bench. It's got the bench particles, if you see there. Let's see how far out we are. It's not that too far out. But judging there, based on how far the putrefied ducks go, looks like this is a massive, absolutely titanic area. And, you know, while you have the status effect, what point is there to try to negate it further? It's the nice thing, it doesn't stack. One of the more claustrophobic areas, but not because of the darkness this time, just because of the foreground element they're putting to cover everything up. Ooh! I think we're on the other side? Yeah. A ruined tool. Oh, that's not the inventory. Remains of an ancient weaver implement, broken and inoperable. A crafts bug of high skill may be able to repair it. So that could be the forge daughter. Or it could be the pin master. It depends. We'll see. Anyone who's good with tools, I guess. Oh, yeah, that looks like a weaver to me. Strength enough to build, to hope, to keep us free. Tell me about it, sister. So I mean, the weave nests are one place where the weavers were stationed up, but then those shrines were another one. So I wonder if there's like a, you know, they're both homely type places for the weavers, but I wonder if there's like a distinct difference. Whereas the shrine is like only the home of one weaver in particular. Why that weaver might have chosen to be stationed there as opposed to a weave nest, I don't know. I think whatever we unlocked was probably back, so I think I'm going in a completely different direction now. And this rainwater, ooh, I think this is clean water. Ah! So I was speculating earlier whether the clean water actually purges us of the maggot status effect, and indeed it does! That is so nice. And also cool. Sister, spider, sat between salt and stone. Build those tools of brilliant mind imagined. Aid us when our silk has waned. Can I get a little bit more? Is that all you got for me? Sat between salt and stone. I'm not... Nothing's coming to mind of any areas that are salty or stony. Build those tools of brilliant mind imagined. Yeah, I'm not getting anything out of that. But, hey, maybe that'll make sense later. To future me. But for now, let's maybe try to hold off on getting another status effect, if at all possible. I know I had to get, you know, afflicted to get in here. Maybe they're gonna give us a shortcut on the way back. Ugh. Open up! I don't want this hell. Alright, here we go. Oh, that was a wall I could have jumped from. Aha! That's it? Maybe I can break this seal. Maybe I can break these cuffs. Maybe here? It is nice that we do regenerate silk, even without the weave light. Oh, that's right, that's all that was here. Wait a minute, hold on. It could be something more now that we flip the switches. Nope, okay. Man, there's no way. Well, you know, even if we missed something, we can always come back here. That was a nice, fun distraction. I mean, that first weave nest, I think, spoiled me on the rest of them. Because I kept thinking there was going to be something else we could do. Sorry for the flashing right now, but I do have to check for secrets. Oh. Let me just go this way. Hold on, someone's singing. Feels like we're playing down well right now. Ooh. Open up. Man, it's that backdash that keeps getting me. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't even notice. I think if they hit you, they probably afflict the status effect, so I'm gonna try to avoid that. For more than one reason. Oop. Okay, nothing there. Still no map, but there was a direction this way. Yeah, I would imagine this would terminate first. Ooh. Hello. Oh God! Well, I do have a magnet, so as if that mattered. Be free. Yeah, I bet y'all didn't consider that. I think these particular enemies were ones we had to kill a few more times. While these bothersome bugs are left free to forage, no loose rosary or trinket is safe. Okay, kind of a unique flea, you know, quest or interaction there. They don't usually give us a combat encounter to free one of them. Although, I think they did in Hollow Knight. To free one of the grubs, you had to kill like a big armored guy. But in this game, I guess the setup is a little bit different. They just make it more, you know, story-oriented, where they hide the character in the background, indicating you need to defeat the enemies to let them free. So a little bit more effort. I can appreciate that. And this, whoever this character is, almost reminding me of Hornet leading us through Green Path the first time. Ooh! Okay, poison darts. You know, I got a spear of my own. Okay. What if I... what if I poison you? The darts obviously do not poison, but, you know. Hold on. The way this enemy is popping out randomly makes me think it might be a story enemy. Kind of like the Forge Brothers. Oh! For once I didn't get hit by one of those. Could be wrong, but this entire arena right now could be a boss arena where we're being hunted. very unsettling to think of that. See that? I almost want to go back and deal with this enemy first. Oh my god! Kind of a difficult one to pin down. Oh, there you are. You sneaky so-and-so. No, it's too fast. But I gotta say, the music in this area is probably my one of my favorite songs, right next to Greymore. It's not often I comment on the audio tracks, because they've, you know, been subdued. Oh my god! Do I get hit by the stick? It almost seems like there's more than one of them too, so I don't know who I'm fighting. Oh yeah, there definitely is. Huh. I should be able to regenerate. No. No regenerating. Because I don't have the weave light. Can I get a bench and maybe swap what I got for the weave light? Oh, gotcha! A stilkin, cunning bug that hunts with darts fashioned from steak and bile. Very annoying. Defeat 14 more. I mean, probably one of the hardest enemies in the game just because it disappears and then runs away. Almost like those mosquitoes. But it's trying to ambush you. So I'll probably, you know, finish off the journal for that one off screen. I can't imagine that would be interesting to watch for anyone. So for the time being, I'm just going to try skipping those if possible. Ooh, we do have chakra. I never imagined we would find chakra in a place like this. Just because it's such a tucked out of the way kind of area. And she hasn't really been in the putrefied ducts or anywhere else past you know, the point when we reach the Citadel. What the hell is that? Okay, well, you know, I should have probably known. Ooh, that's embarrassing, but happens to the best of us. Hello, Chakra! I'm coming! You're not a fake-out, are you? Chakra, you too brave these bogs. The heights of Farloom offer harsh welcome. So winds my master's path. So winds my master's path, and so I follow. Yet true you speak. This is no place for me. That citadel's shadow falls heavy here. I can sense its horrid bulk besides. It is no surprise to see it choke these caverns, dank and stagnant. That monstrosity of metal and stone cares not for the lands it consumes. Swamps born in the citadel's shadow. There is evidence the waters here once ran clear. Perfect. Sing! Sing for me! Be one of the nicest things I find in this area. I don't know if that's new dialogue. It could be new dialogue. You know, we might unlock new dialogue from her as time goes on. But, how you doing, Chakra? What about you? We still don't really know how close she is to finding her master, or if she's made any progress at all. So let's take a look at this map here. Oh my god. Yep, it's given me tones of the Kingdom's Edge with its sort of top left to bottom right orientation or layout. That's kind of, if I remember correctly, that's sort of how it went. Let's open it here. Oh man. It just keeps going up. And I figured there would be a connection over here to the putrefied ducts. Oh my god! We finally unlocked the exhaust organ portion of the map. Holy smokes, I thought that would never happen. So apparently this is the area it belonged to the whole time. And then here's where the Merglin, the weave nest Merglin, I think that was what it was called. I already forgot. They don't label it. So we do have an area over here. If possible, I'll try to make the connection right off the bat before I go up. But we do know there's at least one more travel location. So, yeah, and man, look at that. That's a big chonkin area right there. So the travel location, if I had to bet, let's take a look here. There's one in the Grand Bellway. There's no others. Yeah, I would imagine, since there's one up there, I would imagine it's going to be somewhere around here. Probably, you know, maybe even here if I had to guess at this dead end. So let's see if we can't make our way over there. These guys so far not really doing much other than dying. And hitting me, of course, but... Oh, there we go! Oh! I'm gonna just take the heal to be safe. I guess if we hear that sound, we know one of those hunters is around. Okay, I don't know how to reliably dodge that, so... Just gonna make sure I don't miss anything. We do have a bench coming up, most likely. So I think I can just ignore all that and come back another day. Yep. It's down there. I'm just gonna mainline it. I'm imagining we're gonna come through here many times. Plenty of rosaries to work with. That's the last thing on my mind. Another broken bell tower. Or whatever. What are these called? Art pieces. Maybe this one's by Banksy. I don't know. Ooh, that almost looks like... Oh, no, that's a bonk. Okay, and then this is probably our final destination. And how about we do this? Hang on. I'm sure you can call your bell beast this way. There's probably a code you can enter to make it arrive, but I wouldn't know what that is. Nope. Alright. Well, you would think it would be sensitive to the sounds of bells, considering that's where it spends 99% of its life, but... There we go. Bile water. So quite a few places to go now. I'm very thankful for this one travel station in particular because, I mean, you know, we had no other way to get to this portion of the map near the Sinner's Road. And still, you know, unless we can make a connection between here or the Sinner's Road down here, it's still going to be kind of a pain to go around through this area to make it all the way to Styx. But I guess, you know, it's not too bad if we travel to this station in the Forefields and then take the wind tunnel up. I guess I'll reserve judgment until we find out. And what about you? You still like getting smacked around? I'll take that as a no. Okay, so plenty more to explore now. I can hardly visit all the areas. And I still haven't really finished all of the areas on my notes, so, I mean, this is going super well. If we do have... We'll just try to save its, Aha! There we go! So we can, in fact, make it over here. And now... Ooh. And that's all we needed to do. Okay, so good news. All it was a breakable wall. That's about it. So that means now to get to Styx, this is the new shortest path. Travel here, run across, run back, and then you're basically there. So let's see how many more connections we can make now. Not that I'm planning to spend a lot of time here because it is still an annoying area to be. Yeah, these guys just do not have very easy, manageable movement patterns. Okay. Well, we did learn something, which is that we don't get status affected by those explosions. Oh, okay, you got me. Almost looks like there's no way up. Even though, on the map, it says there is. Hang on. This is the way up. I told you that. You didn't believe me. Ooh. Okay. Oh! Just try to save as much stamina on the tool as possible. Sure, it'd be easier if I used the harpoon on those, but, you know, I've made my choices. What's this? Another memory locket! Wait a minute. Wait. Can I see my crests, please? So you know what this means? Is that if I have a memory locket, if I'm in possession of a memory locket and there are no more slots to open, that means there's at least one more crest. So this is huge. This is, you know, like Christmas right now. Do have to remember, hold on, I don't feel like I'm doing that properly. Okay, nothing else there. Do have to remember to skewer some of these enemies. Pretty sure I do have max shell shards, so there's no reason I shouldn't be doing it. Don't I? Yeah. And I have 4 Silk Eaters, so I mean, I'm pretty much loaded. There we go. We don't even need those. All I gotta do is check the right side now. Oh, a hide area, or a secret area. You don't say. Pretty sure very few people would have came up into that hallway and then just given up and turned the other way. But all this is I guess it's a tease. So this is kind of what they did to us in the slab. Where they showed us something we couldn't access, and then they said, hey, figure it out, idiot. Okay, I guess I will figure it out. I may be an idiot, but I'm persistent. Ooh, we can harpoon through those attacks, apparently. Unless we can't, and I just got lucky. They could be gaslighting me into thinking I'm more capable than I actually am. Oh, okay. Ooh, and those do have remnants. Oh my god, what's happening? Hold on. Get poisoned. All of you. Right, we got at least one skewered organ there. Oh, we have to finish them off with the skewered with the what's this called? the spear. Hang on. Okay, I'm through half my supply. I think I can just run back and forth. Okay, I will go pretty hard for those skewered organs and for the journal entry because I don't want to be coming back. Okay, does that give me any quest item at all? I'll take anything. Okay, that's a pretty cheap move, but I don't really have another option. Oh my god! Oh no! I was barely managing my health and all that. How much was that? 50? So I guess plenty of reason to go for shell shards. Ooh, we did max out our skewered organs though, so and then all we need is a seared organ. So I will equip the Pimpillo in that case. And then I'm not sure if that's going to give us what we're looking for, or if I need to maybe use the Volt Vessels. Maybe the you know, in the Flame Lantern or whatever it's called, the Wisp-Fire Lantern will definitely do it. But let's try the Pimpillo first, because I am a bigger fan of that one. Oops. Okay, well, I was almost thought I would grab the wall there. There we go. Get exploded. Ooh. There it is. Our seared organ. Okay, good news. I mean, I am a fan of the Pimpillo, so maybe we could kill two birds with one stone here. If we can spawn the guy. Nice, nice. Oh my god, it's working way too well. I'm loving it. Holy smokes, dude. How many we got now? 8. So we just need... Where's my quest map here? Okay, that's 7 more. And we're fresh out of Pimpillos, so I mean, maybe just go back and sit, or just keep going. You know, I don't want to be a boring Bobby. Let's keep trekking on here. Getting too caught up in the side quests. I cannot pogo off of these. Which way do I go? Okay. I'll have to go the long way around. I think I can, yep. Do something like that. Whoa! Okay! I'm glad my intuition worked out. So this is like the Kraggler, but, you know, horizontal instead of vertical. Okay, I'll take the 1 hit over what I'm sure is 2. Okay, hang on. They could probably shoot in a multitude of directions. If I had to guess. Just my controller is hitting the edge of my table here, and I'm just have to readjust. Give me a second. Let's see. No, they're only shooting straight, so does that mean I can cheese? Bloatroach. Obese offshoot of muckroaches, born of the Citadel's exhaust smog. The winged roach's sagging stomach is filled with sizzling bile. Just like everything else here. Just want to peek that bottom area right there. Oh my god. Well, we know we can just do something like that. Even take a little break in the middle. I see you. Okay, we made it over here. I guess both directions lead to the same place. Ooh, they're so cute. Almost remind me of like fungus spores. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to pass through. It's a one-shot. Mothleaf Lagnia. Maybe a cousin of Lugia. A rare columnar bug of bile water. Survives its hazardous surroundings by hiding as a plant. Sure, at some point there's going to be another bench here. Even if it's just a bunch of corpses. There has to be something to sit on. And I'm guessing it's this way. Oh, hold on. I wasn't supposed to get hit by that. Really? At some point, we might even have a puzzle with one of these. Oh, I knew that wasn't all that was here. Crunchy. Quick sling. Taut drawing mechanism built from reed and bone, intended for mounting on the limb of a bug. Doubles the number of tools thrown. Ooh, so this is a defensive tool that when we, get out of here and we don't need this Wreath of Purity anymore, we can equip that and then chuck them, double the amount of Pimpillos or whatever we happen to have. And then just absolutely tear through enemies. As if the Pimpillo wasn't unfair enough. Anyone still alive? Nope. Okay. Guess I'm alone in that regard. Oh, wait, what? Anyone else? Okay. I think we're good. Oh. Sorry, I might have just unleashed unnecessary traps that now will pollute the area. But that's fine, We do these things not because they are easy, and so on. Oh, oh my god! It's the Cheep Cheeps from Super Mario. They're actually making fun of Nintendo by turning the Cheep Cheeps into disgusting Lovecraftian horrors. Ooh, very lucky. Who was responsible for Cheep Cheeps? Was that Shigeru? Shigeru, what do you have to say about this? Man. I don't know if I'm ever gonna kill one of these without like a super move. Wait a minute. Here we go. I guess we just had to wait for one of those to give themselves up. Slubberlug. A younger form of the muckroach attacks prey by leaping from the water and snapping with its flexible jaws. I was about to say, this is like the fluke marm, isn't it? This is like the equivalent of the fluke marm. And then there's going to be a giant form of these somewhere around here. Man, I just know there's going to be a bench somewhere. We've been exploring way too long for there not to be one. Luckily, they don't leap out at a perfectly vertical trajectory, so we can just always rely on them to go diagonally. Which means that if I just hold my position with the cloak, then I should be perfectly fine. And my God, take a look at that beauty right there. And if we look at our screen, oh my God! So we still have another mask to go. So that's, I think we have 9 right now, if I'm counting correctly. So I guess 10, 10 is a better number than 9. I would agree with that. We all have the same bias towards 10. Almost hear another glistering sound effect. But there is, while I'm here and never want to come back, I will just be thorough and throw myself off here. Okay, I understand. Thank you very much. I will be leaving now. I don't really see any, oh my God. What do you call it? The wreath having any kind of bar or anything like that. So I'm not really too sure how long that's gonna last. Not today. There is still this direction here. Okay, see ya. We do still have to kill more of those, but for the journal, I think I'm just gonna, do that off screen at some point. Maybe I'll, when I see that I have one more kill left to go for the journal, I'll unpause the camera and show me getting it on cam. Okay, we already were up here. Right. Indiana Jones and so forth. I will just want to look for another bench. Please! I think we hit each other at the same time. Wait. So was that it? Yeah, let me just despawn those guys. No, okay, so this is how we get into this shaft. Where are you going, buddy? At least the music is keeping me company. Which way you reckon the bench would be, huh? Probably to the... Oh my God! Goodbye, platform! I hardly knew ya. No music? I'm just gonna want enough to heal before we run into trouble. Okay. That's fine. As long as I get a little bit more. Okay, we came all this way to free a butterfly? Oh my god! Another memory locket! This is crazy! I mean, I said previously memory lockets were my favorite upgrade, but I mean, this is too much! I already have everything I need. Well, I guess if I took the memory locket, they wouldn't be remembering anything. No more remembering for you. Man, this is quite the room. I mean, beautiful, beautiful room, beautiful scenery. Would just love if there was more happening here. Okay, so left side. There we go. That's what I should have checked. Okay. Dangerous stuff. Alright, I'm gonna want to be very careful about this guy right now. He can backdash, because of course every enemy in the game can backdash. And amazingly, we still don't have enough to heal. Hold on. Didn't quite see where I had to go from there. There we go. I could actually just... Oh my god! What? He got me twice! Well, in that case, I suppose we'll be ending the episode here. But fear not, I will go right back into it and get my cocoon. You know, not that I couldn't just spam Silk Eaters until, you know, we got it back. But anyway, next time we'll finish exploring the Bilewater. What is this place called? I forgot where they mentioned the name Bile Lands, but I suppose they were referring to this area here. Not nearly as, you know, infuriating to traverse as the Putrefied Ducts, which is nice because it is much bigger, so there's, you know, that would have been a lot of frustration. Especially with this wreath, you know, I think if I had the wreath while I was visiting the ducts, it would have been a completely different game. But, yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Silksong. I hope you look forward to the next one. And I will see you next time.